Now for our final game of 2023, we must thank BARLA and thank Featherstone Rovers. It was our pleasure to travel over to the Millennium Stadium at Featherstone to see the BARLA Yorkshire Cup final. Yes, it's been an institution since BARLA was formed in 1973, and this time it was Hunslet taking on the might of Mirfield. Who would come out on top? Well, keep on listening to this podcast and it'll tell you a little bit more. Tackle comes in from Mirfield, but they're only 30 metres away from the line. Shulver throws a dummy, surges into that middle of the field, drags three defenders along with him. Shotton, the last man of three to get up. He retreats back, does Phil Shotton. And then the dummy comes in from Gale. Oh, that's class! Handing the ball on. And they've opened the scoring. Jake Dearden touching down for Hunslet in the first couple of minutes here. What a start. 4 points to 0. And it's the centre, Luke Medley. Prolific point scorer as far as Hunslet were concerned over in the Yorkshire Men's League this past season. And that's the reason why he slotted that one directly between the posts. 6 points to 0. What a good start.
Yeah, ball through hands again. Hunslet sort of renowned for that. And obviously on the far side, nice little dummy, drew the man out, went through the gap and scored it. And obviously it takes up to 6 points to 0 for Hunslet.
Now it's on the right hand side. Good movement. Real running chance here. Kicked into the middle. And it's going to be a try. Is it going to be a try? Yes, it is. Yeah. It's the second try of the game for Hunslet. Lovely kick. And the scorer there was Lee West, I believe, on that right hand side. The number 4.
Yep.
Emerging from the chasers. There was a good 3 or 4 players that dived forward after that kick.
Yeah, once again, Parker, lovely move through hands. But I thought at one point, though, when he put the little kick in on a pitch like this, that could have gone anywhere. And obviously, the bounce went for them, and in they go again. And it's interesting that both tries have come down that, obviously, the Hunslet right-hand side, the Mirfield's left. So is that something they'll keep on targeting? We'll keep an eye on that.
Well, you do fancy if you've had a bit of early success, you're going to keep going back to it, don't you?
Yeah, very much so.
Relentless. And this Hunslet club, they have been relentless ever since joining with Warriors. I mean, let's be honest, Parkside were setting records long before. Parkside themselves were holders of this competition 3 or 4 times in its history. Kick comes in. Is it successful this time? No, it's waved away. So Luke Medley, 1 from 2 for him, more importantly. And the only stat that counts, 10 points to 0 in favour of Hunslet. So that is a 40-20, a rare 40-20 in these BARLA games. Nice play from Hunslet, taking the ball down the right-hand side. Gale out to McClellan. That's a super pass from McClellan. Lovely. And it's all the way to Boys at the corner. Brilliant play from Hunslet. And they've scored at the right-hand corner. The precision in that passing was supreme.
Again, through hands, it's copybook, isn't it, Parky? I mean, they're just going through hands and they're finishing off well in that corner once again. Not making it any easier for the goal kicker, mind, but nevertheless, it's just a pattern. And as I say, I'm sure they'll target that. It's something that they need to shut down to the Mirfield side. Stan
Boys with his first touchdown of the game, so he's been a try creator with the kick for the last try. He scored one now. All from the lad who is just 18 years of age. Was the player of the season in Hunslet's under-18 setup. What a future it looks like he's got. So we're just waiting off the goal kick once more from Luke Medley. Has he been successful? He sent it goalward. The flags are up. 16 points to 0. Dom Horn almost pushing his way over at the side of the post. Canterbury. This time we'll move it right.
Got to come away with something here, Parker.
And he goes to the right-hand side. Yes, Franklin! Franklin stepping his way through. And Franklin striding over down this right-hand side. Lovely ball, lovely distribution when it happened. Lowther with the last pass. Franklin with the finish. And they don't like conceding points.
No.
So Franklin with that try.
Said they needed to come away with something there, Parker, and it was a good move. Went went through hands, and of course now hopefully they can be successful with this kick and get back into this game. Sure, that again will give them some confidence.
31 minutes gone, 16 points to 4. This kick to come from Eadson. So Eadson, 20 metres in from the touch. Well, it's about 10 metres in from the touchline. Don't buy a carpet off me. I can't measure.
His goal kicking's usually pretty good, actually, Parky. So this will be interesting.
Puts the left boot to take. I'm glad you built him up, and I'm glad that he's successful.
Never
16 points to 6.
Never put the mockers on him.
Nice work from Gale. So well caught that from McShane. He skipped past the couple. He's diving in. That's a McShane special. You take your eyes off him and he'll wriggle his way through.
He's only been back on the pitch about 2 minutes, and obviously got in over on that right hand side of the posts again. Great try. Something that Mirfield could have done without just before half time as well, to tell you the truth, but give Hunslet the due. They've bounced back from that try.
His footwork is something to behold there, isn't it, to be fair?
Footwork's great, carries the ball well too, because you don't know whether he's going to offload or whether he's going to go through. So lines it up, comes in. Oh, and he's pushed it wide.
They're always the ones that would make me nervous as well.
Yeah,
because when you're a prolific kicker, you've got an idea. Everybody expects you to get all the kicks, don't they? And those are the ones just in that, I'm going to call it the corridor of uncertainty. 15, 20 metres to the right or left of a post. You're expected to get him as a goal kicker, and if you don't, you end up shrugging your shoulders and thinking, what happened there?
Weight of expectation. But nevertheless, comfortable at 20 points to 6 now for Hunslet. Not long now till half-time, Parker?
No, just a couple of minutes out from the break. They'll go in towards the post. There's a tackle virtually into the post by Dirt on Bradley. Can they get in this time? Canterbury trying to open things up. He's spinning. He's twisting. He's no reason to score, but he has managed to do so. That was some magnificent, magical play out of dummy after.
Absolutely great vision though. Went one way, went the other, spun round and took it down under the post. As I said, right under the post. Hopefully, 2 points to come. Right on our time, should stand him into good stead for this second half.
So kick to come now from Tommy Eidson. Canterbury with the try. Eidson's goal to draw his side within 8 points of Hunslet. And the goal is successful as well. 20 points to 12.
Yeah,
all eyes on the referee. He blows for half time. And what a first half, Steve.
Yeah, good first half by Hunslet. Really got out of the blocks quick. But Mirfield's starting to work their way back in it. Simbin sort of galvanised them to a strange event, and they got the things together, managed to get within touching distance, a couple of tries out. So 20 points to 12 at half time. And it's good, they've gone in. Yes! Short ball has gone in under the line.
There was a score through a whole melee of players. I've got to be honest, Mirfield, they give themselves every chance at the back end of the first half, scored a couple of smart tries. But now they're up against it again. Latest goal being added by Jordan Gale. So we had Luke Medley kicking 2 in the first half. We've got Jordan Gale taking over. Gale was the top point scorer in the National Conference League Premier Division last term. 7 tries, 78 goals for him, and a drop goal. Don't forget the drop goal. Left. Oh, it's to no one in particular that. Well picked up by Kelly. Kelly steps back to the right. Hands the ball off. He is in. Super ball from Jamie Kelly. And Rob Jones finishes off in the corner. Rob Jones with the score. And Jones dives over. Don't rule Mirfield out of this one yet. 26 points to 16. 18 minutes of the second half gone.
So I think it was a never die attitude there, Parky. Not giving up. Scrappy player in around this left hand wing, but managed to get over there.
Well, it was brilliant, to be honest, from Kelly. As you mentioned, the ball to actually reach him was the scrappiest of scrappiest balls that you'll ever see on a rugby league field. But his reactions were superb, weren't they, as he stepped back to the inside, just seemed to wrong foot two defenders, and then had the presence of mind to tip the ball back to his left. And then going in for a try is Rob Jones, scores the third try of the game as far as Mirfield are concerned.
He is a good kicker.
Well, dare I say it's 2 from 2. Can he make it 3 from 3? He's 10 metres in from touch. Swings the leg attack. It's a
right
super
over
kick.
the middle.
26 points to 18, Steve.
We've got a game on here, Parker.
What a game. Well, it was at risk of drifting away from Mirfield, but they found a way back in again, haven't they?
Yeah, very much so.
Here's Craig McShane. Look at him go. Like a jack in a box.
Oh,
Slips
yes.
the ball into McClelland. McClelland is 20 metres away from the line. Last tackle signalled here. Hullock darts off to the left. Plays it into the corner. Oh, they're going to go in. They're going to go in. Has he got it down? He has got it down. He has got it down. The try has been scored. Luke Medley with the score there. Game, set and match to Hunslet. And how these fans celebrate.
Great try in the corner there. I mean, obviously Mirfield needed to stay down this far end, but encroached just a little bit too far over the line, and Hunslet made the meters, got down there over to that left hand side to go in and tie this match up.
I've got to say regarding Medley as well, he's picked the darkest spot on the ground to score in, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's the one spot that isn't covered by this lighting.
It's a dark patch over there, but he managed to find it.
Yeah, it was the darkest spot on the pitch, but he's found the light as far as these Hunslet players and spectators are concerned.
Good crowd here today, as I was saying earlier on, from both sets of fans, which is great, and that's how it should be. That's the community supporting the community, as it were.
As the kick comes in, it's converted.
Great conversion.
And the final whistle goes. So Medley finishes with 3 goals to his name, 32 points to 18. Well, Jamie Fields, what a win that was in the end.
Yeah, I think, like I said to Phil Hodgson just after the game there, we always wanted to start fast. We spoke about starting fast, but I think in last stage of the game, and I think they played conditions a little bit better than what we did, and we've got to give them credit for that. But I think for vast majority of the game, I thought we were a better side with how we started. I thought real conference rugby there. I thought, but it's how we handle ourselves within those sticky situations that we get ourselves in, and I think we could have reacted a little bit better. However, we got the win. But again, I don't know if you're aware, but we've got 6 teenagers in there today. And I think that makes history from what I think of the BARLA competition. So we've got some seriously talented boys in there.
I was going to say, because this is kind of like where you're looking towards the future, isn't it, with this team, what you've had out there today? Because this is like the next generation of Hunslet.
Yeah, 100%. There's a fine balance in there. There's some senior lads, there's some YML boys, there's some teenagers. I mean, Chris who's studying outside of us, he coached with Big Tom Saunders at the YML side last year, and they came here and won the final 50-0. So what we've got coming through and where we want to be is all looking and creating sort of a tunnel vision. And like I said out there, we try to create a juggernaut in South Leeds, and that's his aspirations. That's what we want to do. And right from the bottom of the club with the youth, we want our youth team players first and foremost to want to play for Leeds Rhinos or etc. But secondly, we want them to play for our first team, and that's the ethos that we want to create. So yeah, I think we're on the right pathway for it, certainly, and we need to sort of put all the right roads in place now.
And with all respect as well, you know we're near NCL season as it stands at this moment in time. You've got a team that has won this competition that has played, don't get me wrong, the cup games, but they've not been playing regular league fixtures, have they?
No, we found it hard. We've come unstuck with a few BARLA rules. We've got 3 or 4 boys who couldn't play in semi-final due to certain rules being in place, and it really knocked us off our rails. And you know, we didn't want to play the first team squad, we didn't want to play the NCL squad, but ultimately we had to draft them in, and that's something I didn't want to do, because me and Chris, like we say, and Tom, we spoke about it, and we didn't want to get labelled cheats, like sticking our first team boys in there. So when someone dropped out, we got an 18-year-old in. When another person dropped out, we got another 18-year-old in. Albeit they might have played NCL or YML, but there's no we can do about that. That's where we are as a club, and it's fortunate for us, and we took advantage of that.
Those kids did you proud as well, didn't they?
Oh, massively. Absolutely. You know, Jack Briggs, you obviously know Jack from England Lions, but there's young David Benson, Josh Perkins, you've got Joe Taylor and Isaac Kirsch, Stan Boys on wing. You know, it stands a standoff, believe it or not, and he's played on wing today there, and I thought his brain told, you know, he's took the ball on the edge, he's put a kick back inside with a little bit of brain that he's got, and we've scored another early try, which, you know, that's off an edge of teenagers, that. And so, as I keep saying, the future's bright for us, and we need to nurture it in the right way.
I know certainly the last time I spoke to you on this ground, you was just about to throw your boots away, and it didn't quite happen that way, did it? But you're back wearing coaching boots now.
Yeah, just for this winter series, with me, myself, Chris is my best mate who was here, and Big Tom, we've been close for a long while, and we'd always said we'd stick his hand up to coach this, and that's what we've done. But next year I'll be heavily involved in first team again, playing and coaching. And when and it will be my last year, and I mean that this time, you can hold me to it. It will be my last year, but our pre-season starts Tuesday, and we'll enjoy tonight first parky, and we'll crack on with that.
What a cracking start to your pre-season.
Yeah, it's an head start in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the other summer teams who play, your Fryston and stuff like that, they've gone in the Winter League to keep their boys moving. We entered this cup for the purpose only of getting boys ready to step up from the 18s and YML into the first team. That's what this were about. And I said to boys today when we were coming back in from his warm-up, if we didn't get the result today, there were hidden successes in there for us, with them teenagers being there and experiencing, sharing a dressing room with a Shulver, Banjo, both McShane's, Jake Dearden. The experience for them sharing a dressing room and how they prepare for a game is a lot different to an under-18s dressing room. So there's hidden successes in there. If the result didn't go our way, the result did go our way, and we're going to enjoy it.
And finally, from me as well, I suppose it's also what you learn from your opposition, you know, because I mean, coming up against players of the calibre of like Casey Canterbury and that, who's been around Yorkshire Men's League, Pennine League, played higher up the divisions as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Casey were with us for a short while, and he went back to Mirfield, and is their captain. He leads by example, and he carries a threat. He's an intelligent player. And we spoke about him, so to let him score 100 sticks back, he absolutely broke my heart. But no, Mirfield, I think they couldn't cope with the pace of the game at the start, but credit where credit's due, and they slowed it down, and they really got up to their game. And like I said to a couple of their boys after the game, they played better coming up the hill second half, and they managed the game a little bit better. And then you look at the coach, and he's shared grand final pitches with some real good professionals, so they're never going to be short on being pointed in the right direction. And I think for vast majority of that second half, they headed it the right way. So yeah, they were tough opposition, and someone we knew and couldn't take it lightly.
Cheers, Jamie. I'll go and let you enjoy this.
Cheers, pal.
Well, Craig, we're catching up in the aftermath of another successful afternoon for Hunslet. Man of the match, and what was your thoughts on the game?
I think we started very strong. Second half we started strong again. Last 20 I think we made it tough. Silly penalties, and I think we just dug deep near end to get over that line.
A bit of a different position for yourself as well. Normally I'm used to seeing you play sort of full back and loose forward today.
Yeah, I always tell coaches that I can play loose forward. It's a bit of a joke, but yeah, we had a few young lads in, so we moved a few positions about, and yeah, I enjoyed it there.
And what's it like being in a team with so many young players, seeing as you were once one of them young players, wasn't you?
Yeah, I think it's great, me. When I was coming through, there weren't many like people my age, but now we're littered with loads of young lads who are ready to step up, so yeah, it's great.
And chatting to Jamie as well just before, he was like thinking that there's been that many young players in that they don't think there's ever been a younger team overall that's lifted this trophy.
Really? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm honest. We've got, I think, what, it's 6 or 7 18-year-olds. Yeah, I think it's credit to the club, credit to the merger as well. It's just made us stronger, so yeah, it's great.
And not bad considering it's like pre-season for you. You've not even started back properly pre-season yet.
No, well, we haven't had a break really. It's been a bit stop-start with this competition with weather and whatnot, but yeah, it's good to keep ticking over. Another bit of silverware for the club, and hopefully we can replicate next year.
Now, also since last time that I spoke to you, you've got another National Conference League Player of the Year award under the belt. Are you having to build an extension for all these awards, mate?
To be honest, I don't really like having them on show. I just took them away. Don't really look at them, but yeah, it's nice to win them, and it's credit to the team I play in, really.
I mean, it's a massive honour, isn't it? Let's have it right. And as you say, I know you guys, you'll always be more, well, it's about the team, it's about the part that I play in the team as well, and the lads kind of like allow you to play this sort of game, don't they?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah. Normally if I'm a full-back, middle great platform, we've always got good halves in the team, so yeah, it makes my job easier. And it's just credit to the team again, yeah.
And I suppose as well, finally from me, it does get back to full pre-season next week. You've got Challenge Cup games to look forward to, National Conference League again on the horizon. Never stops, does it?
No, not when you're playing in winter as well. No, it's just, I don't mind it though. You keep ticking over, keep cobwebs off, and then you build into NCL, don't you? So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
There's some good teams this year, aren't there?
There is, yeah, a few to be honest. Who'll come up? I know West Bowling came up, and I think they dominated that league really. So it'd be nice to see how they get on now. They've stepped up, yeah. And
Egremont's come back up, and Heworth, who haven't been in top division for like 20 odd years.
I think Egmont have always been a good team. I thought they'd definitely come back up, and yeah, it'd be nice to see what Heworth are about as well.
Bit of a decent trip out that one as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we love a bus trip, don't we? Yeah, it'll be a good day.
Okay. Well, I'll go and let you enjoy this. Thank you so much again, as usual.
Yeah, cheers, pal. No worries.
Cheers, mate.